Stop listening to that piece of your brain, bro. Right? Stop listening to him. And you probably click on this video and you're like, what piece of the brain are you talking about? I'm talking about the lizard brain. Right? What's the lizard brain? Well, the lizard brain is basically the piece of your brain that's constantly obsessed with pleasure, or like the limbic system. I'm not going to say it's the limbic system because I was doing some research on it. I'm like, what's the lizard brain, limbic system? Basically, the lizard brain is the brain that constantly like makes you obsess over doing the bad things. Where the bad things, like the things that like kind of like bring you a sense of pleasure. Pleasure isn't bad by all means, but when you OD on it, when you overdose on it, when you do it too much, that's when it starts to like, oh, like, okay, like now we need to slow down, right? So whenever you get those intrusive thoughts, when you're like, oh, maybe I should try one more time, or maybe I should hit this, or maybe I should drink that, you know, that's all the lizard brain, because what it's trying to do is just trying to get a sense of satisfaction. The lizard brain doesn't have any logic. It doesn't have any like creative thoughts. The only thing is satisfy and move on. Satisfy, move on. Satisfy, move on. There's no thoughts about like, how can I solve this? How do I get out of this situation? It's literally just survive and go, right? And this isn't our fault, because before our brains developed, we only had those thoughts too. We didn't have like as creative thoughts as we do now in the present day. But, as we grew, right, and as we evolved, our brain became more complex, but still kept that part in our brain, right? You can't listen to the lizard brain, bro, because the lizard brain will cuck you. It will make you fail, right? So how do you identify the lizard brain? Well, as I said before, the way you identify the lizard brain is just listen to those bad thoughts. Well, don't like listen to them and be like fall victim to them. But just think about it, right? Do you think your good thoughts or your logical brain would tell you to do this act? Would tell you to, I just saw a spider in my room, bro. Oh my God. He's just walking around. Would your brain tell you to eat that bad junk food, right? When you're trying to be on that diet, would your brain tell you to relapse even though you've been doing really good? Would your brain tell you to smoke that even though you never smoked? No, right? You don't want anything bad for you, right? It's just that lizard brain seeking that satisfaction. It's the lizard brain that wants you to fumble. It's the lizard brain that wants you to relapse and get set back because it wants that pleasure. So how do you stop the lizard brain? Or, well, no, it's not how do you stop the lizard brain, right? Because there's two voices in your head. There's your lizard brain and your logic, right? Your logical brain, all right? Well, I like to say that this is God talking to me, but like whenever you feel like you're about to fall short and you're about to do what you weren't trying to do, right? There's always that part of your brain or that voice that's like, hey, don't do this. You know where this leads. You're not going to get anything out of this. You know what pathway you're going to go down if you fall victim to this, right? That's your logical brain. That's logic talking. So what you need to do is you need to listen out for that. Don't listen to the lizard brain who's trying to get you to consume some porn and you've like already been you've been doing good. You just stay on your grind. and you haven't been entertaining those thoughts. Don't let it win. Listen out for the logical brain, right? Because the logical brain will save you. You know, it was always logic over feeling, man. Your feelings will take you to a deadly place. Your feelings will take you to a place where you regret. And when your feelings are gone, then like the logic will kick in. You're like, oh, I fucked up. You know, listen out for the logical brain and ignore the lizard brain. That's when I tell y'all to switch your mindset or think of different thoughts, change your thoughts, because your lizard brain is filling your brain or is filling you up with thoughts of pleasure. You know, some people don't know how to control that, or some people don't know how to, flip the script, and they fall short, you know. But don't listen to the lizard brain, bro. I'm not saying just sit there and just take it, try to be some jock who's like, man, I got this. Like, I don't need this, you know. I won't fold. No, don't do that, because you're gonna fold anyway. You're gonna fold. By all means, switch your mindset, switch your mindset, switch your thoughts, you know. And that lizard brain can't win. Lizard brain cannot win if you simply just don't entertain them, listen out for the logical voice, right? And change your thoughts. Those three. If you do those three, you can't fall victim to porn ever again. If you just change your mindset, use logic, and just, what is it? I just said the third step. And just don't listen to it. Yeah, man. You know, there's more factors to countering porn. You know, it's hard. It's not like you can just watch one video or watch one how to, right? How to stop. And you're like, oh, you're good. It takes work, it takes time. Some people feel like they can't escape or they can't stop. They can't control themselves. And I'm here to tell you, bro, that like I can help you with that. I have a community in the description below. And there I'll teach young men how to, I have a course that'll get you to your first 6 months with zero pornography consumption. 6 months. So by all means, click in the description below. Even if you don't want to get the course, it's free community. You know what I'm saying? Invite people who you feel like who have this problem. If you know a friend who's struggling with it, even if you don't watch pornography or you feel like you're not trapped in it, by all means, invite a friend who you feel like who has a problem, and I can help them. I can discuss with them. They could be in a space where they're in this space of people they feel like have the same problem, and they can just discuss how they can get out of it, or they can socialize, get to know each other. Socialization is really good in terms of countering pornography consumption, right? So by all means, join the Skool community, man. And yeah, I'll see y'all later.